Welcome to Sports News. The Confederation of African Football CAF says it will announce a new host for the 2015 African Cup of Nations next week. Morocco had been due to host the 2015 tournament but raised fears over the spread of the Ebola virus disease and asked for the event to be postponed. CAF insisted the event should take place from January the 17th to February the 8th and has now disqualified Morocco from taking part. CAF's General Secretary Hisham El Amrani confirmed that the Continental Football Ruling Body is currently reviewing a number of applications with Algeria, Angola, Egypt and Nigeria all mentioned as possible replacements. Zlatan Ibrahimovic has been named Sweden's Footballer of the Year for the 9th time. Ibrahimovic claimed his first gold ball awarded by the Swedish Football Association to Sweden's best footballer each year. In 2005, no other player has won the award more than twice. Freddie Ljungberg of Arsenal won the prize the following year, but Ibrahimovic has claimed all 8 since his performances for Juventus, Inter Milan, Barcelona, AC Milan, PSG and the Swedish national team. Asian Cup organisers say Australia's Socceroos are ready to face Kuwait in their first match as they introduce the tournament mascot, a wombat named Nutmeg. The Socceroos have won just one of their 10 matches this year, raising some concerns in Australia that the host might not be involved at the business end of the January the 9th to the 31st tournament. Chief Executive Michael Brown said he had no doubt that coach Ange Postecoglou and his players had a passionate desire to win the trophy.
The Asian Cup is very much a once-in-a-generation opportunity to watch world-class football here in our own country. And a world-class tournament deserves a world-class mascot. And it's fitting that we're surrounded by iconic Australian animals and landmarks to launch that mascot. I'm sure the young fans will love it. Ticket sales have been strong, we're ahead of budget, we're ahead of forecast, and people need to start making sure they don't miss out on the opportunities to see some iconic games. It's hard to believe that we're just 59 sleeps away from the first match and 60 away from our first game here. The Socceroos are ready to take on Kuwait in Melbourne on January 9.
And to tennis, Swiss tennis star Roger Federer is one step closer to the semi-finals of the ATP World Tour Finals after a very one-sided 6-3, 6-2 victory against Kei Nishikori at London's O2 Arena. Federer, who last won the prestigious season-ending event at this venue in 2011, dispatched his opponent in 69 minutes. The sparkle performance suggests the US Open finalist may add to the 6 titles in the tournament.
Game 7, Federer. 6-3, 6-2.
And that's it in sports news. Amarachi will be back with the rest of the news at 10.
On the foreign scene, the European Court of Justice has clarified its decision on migrant workers within the European Union. Earlier today, it said member states can deny certain payments to unemployed EU citizens who move to that country just to claim benefits. The ruling only relates to non-contributory benefits where the claimant does not make a contribution through a tax system. Today's ruling from the Luxembourg-based court relates to a case involving a Romanian woman and her son living in Germany who had been denied access to a non-contributory subsistence allowance from its social security system. Meanwhile, the Lee Ju-sung, captain of the South Korean ferry which sank on April 14th, will be spending the next 36 years behind bars. Although prosecutors charged him with homicide, the judge acquitted him of the charge but found him guilty of gross negligence. Victoria Idowu has more on this.
Although 36 years is almost a lifetime for a man in his late 60s, the families of the victims who died when the Seoul ferry sunk are not satisfied with the sentence. According to them, they believe he should have gotten the death penalty. The disaster was blamed on a combination of illegal redesigns and the overloading of a cargo and inexperience of crew members steering the vessel. This is a very sad tale coming from India. 4 health workers have been suspended due to the death of 11 Indian women who died after undergoing botched sterilization surgery at a government-run health camp. While over 50 others are in hospitals, at least 20 are in critical conditions following the tubectomy operations. It's been 4 months since the flight MH17 was shot down in eastern Ukraine, yet the Dutch efforts to salvage the wreckage has still not started. Reason is because the Dutch experts are relying on the European security officials to broker a deal with the local rebel group. And as tension in Israel and Palestine rises, Palestinian medical sources have revealed the killing of a Palestinian man during clashes with the Israeli army in the occupied West Bank. According to the reports, the man died after being hit in the chest by bullets near the southern city of Hebron. And that's all on the foreign scene. It's back to you.
Thanks a lot, Victoria. And the main news again. President Goodluck Jonathan has finally declared his intention to run for a second term in office at a rally in Abuja today, attended by a massive crowd of supporters. The president said the war against terror is a priority for his administration. Meanwhile, the United States government has condemned the incessant attacks in northeastern Nigeria and has asked the federal government to investigate the killings. The Independent National Electoral Commission has suspended the new polling units proposed by the Commission, which attracted condemnation from some parts of the country. That's News at 10 tonight. Thank you for staying with us. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.